Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. I'm a huge fan of the SILVERHAWKS and I'm really happy the franchise has been getting a lot of visibility lately. Ramen Toy put out excellent versions of Team Leader Quicksilver and the evil villain Monstar 2 years ago. And last year, I was fortunate when Malaysia was the first country in the world to receive Wave 1 of the Super 7 figures, and I was able to get the first reviews out on YouTube. I really like the Super 7 figures, and I do realize that a lot of people out there reacted in shock and horror when Quicksilver was first unveiled. Most people were already aware that Super 7 had already said it was impossible at the time to have chrome on the figures like with the 80s originals. But they did say they were experimenting with a form of reflective pearl white paint that would give off something maybe of a shine. Okay, that didn't quite happen though, and the figure was mostly just grey. Right, and as I said, a lot of people reacted to it with horror. But now we are getting a true taste of interstellar terror as Super 7 reveals their latest SILVERHAWKS action figure offering, the evil Darkbird. Darkbird is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, and the description provided on the site says, "There's a new bandit in the Limbo Galaxy that bears an uncanny resemblance to the leader of the SILVERHAWKS. This 7-inch scale, highly articulated SILVERHAWKS Ultimates Darkbird figure may resemble Quicksilver, but one look at his face and you can tell he's trouble." Featuring intricate sculpt and premium paint detailing, this figure also comes with multiple interchangeable heads, actually just two, okay, hands and arms, and accessories including handcuffs and shoulder blast effects. Darkbird as a character is based off his debut appearance in episode 6 of the classic 80s animated series. He was created as an evil clone of Quicksilver to bring confusion and terror to the galaxy of Limbo. Darkbird also appeared in the final issue of the SILVERHAWKS comic book series published by Marvel in the 1980s. In both the cartoon and comic book, things get really personal between the two, with Quicksilver going one-on-one with his clone to end his menace for good. I can definitely see the value of this release as Darkbird is a legitimate series villain, but I just find the execution to be lacking. The face sculpt though is seriously terrifying. I mean, holy shit. This guy is like a space vampire. I mean, he did look evil in the cartoon, but in more of a silly, cartoonish sort of way. But this here looks like the kind of evil that will make you want to bring out the crucifix. But other than the face sculpt, the only other thing that's new here is the handcuffs and the recolored set of laser blast effects, which are now red instead of blue with the original. Now, one could argue that the only real thing that you need here is just that new face sculpt, okay? Everything else is basically just a reissue of the Quicksilver figure from last year. So this is a BBTS store exclusive that's going for $55, full pricing, and at the same time, the store also has the original first wave of SILVERHAWKS figures, which has the first version Quicksilver figure included, and which are currently being offered on discount. So you basically need to be a pretty hardcore SILVERHAWKS fan to pay full price for what is essentially just another Quicksilver figure when the original is already discounted. Now, when it comes to the paint decor for the figure's body, I felt that they could have done something different for Darkbird as an action figure. I realized that these guys are supposed to be clones, right? But they don't have to be exact clones. I mean, Darkbird's paint decor could have been a little bit more weathered. These guys got into a pretty serious steel smackdown, okay? And, we could have seen some of that reflected in the armor as well, since this is a new release. And I think that probably a lot of fans would have appreciated a bonus edition, like maybe an alternate Quicksilver head, okay? Because the one that came in the first version was basically just that one single neutral expression. We could have had like maybe an angry expression, so you could use that head instead as a replacement, since these two guys are supposed to be fighting it out in your display, right? Now, the other thing here is that this particular grey color scheme has lost most of its appeal, I think, since Super 7 already announced a couple of months ago that they're going ahead with all new chrome bodies, okay, for the first version figures that were released. This came as a shock to many people since they initially said this was something that they couldn't do, but it turns out that they could, although at a much higher price. Okay, so I believe that these new figures are supposed to be something like about 70 over bucks, but they will be fully vac metalized, okay, in a way that we've never experienced them before. So probably if you got a version of Darkbird that came with these new whack metal colors, that would have been much more appreciated rather than just getting Grey Quicksilver Part 2. Anyway, guys, if you have been collecting the Silverhawks figures from Super 7, let me know in the comment section if Darkbird is a pickup for you. Let me know as well what other figures would you like to see them put out instead of these variations. Okay, we already got the toy color variations coming out. What other variations are they going to throw at us before giving us some other new characters? So let me know in the comment section. Hit me up right there, and I'll catch you guys again real soon. Thank you, and take care out there.